All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Mr. District Attorney 1947. Giving it 2 out of 5 stars. Just like this one. Mr. District Attorney is a 1947 U.S. film noir crime film directed by Robert B. Sinclair and starring Dennis O'Keefe, Adolphe Menjou, and Margaret Chapman. The film was based on the long-running and popular radio series My Mr. District Attorney, created by Phillips Lord. An assistant district attorney becomes involved with a woman who works for the group that he is investigating. It's more like a screwball comedy than a film noir, and everything happened so fast I couldn't really keep track of what was going on here. Fortunately, it's only an hour long. Mr. District Attorney 1947, 1 hour 21 minutes. It was only an hour on YouTube. Gets a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. Not bad. An assistant district attorney gets mixed up with a woman who is working for the group that he is investigating. All right. Kind of a boring movie. I actually fell asleep a couple times. But I tend to do that nowadays. I got sleep apnea. Here's a review from IMDb. This review is from BK Bekogan Bing. Bekogan Bing, dated May 21st, 2011. The title of the review is The Long Arm of Menjou's Law. This film version of the popular radio and later television series stars Adolphe Menjou in the title role as the incorruptible district attorney of an unnamed city. Menjou's famous wax mustache proved handy in the roles, as suggested that other mustache DA who ran for president, Thomas C. Dewey. The plot finds Menjou hiring Dennis O'Keefe after he overhears him quitting a case where he found the evidence bogus. That kind of integrity impresses Menjou and he puts him to work. But O'Keefe has a weakness, and it's for Margaret Chapman, one cold-hearted minx if there ever was one. She skirted on a murder accomplice charge already, and she's in the pay of construction tycoon George Colorus. When O'Keefe begins investing Colorus, she's right there to tip him to every move. Menjou busts him up, but O'Keefe takes it the wrong way and goes over the dark side. It's only then we see how evil Chapman is, and she's one of the most evil. This is not the movie that I saw. Mr. District Attorney. Huh. Okay. What was this movie I saw? I can't even find it on IMDb. I don't even think it has Menju. It has Peter Lorre. Well, I guess I can't read from IMDb or Wikipedia. Yeah, this is with Dennis O'Keefe, Florence Rice, and Peter Lorre. And it's from 1941. I got the year messed up. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's start over. Mr. District Attorney is 1941. Comedy crime film directed by William Morgan and written by Carl Brown and Malcolm Stewart Boylan, not to be confused with Mr. District Attorney 1947, which I had the wrong movie and I was referencing the wrong movie. The film was based on the long-running and popular radio series Mr. District Attorney. It stars Dennis O'Keefe, Florence Rice, Peter Lorre, Stanley Ridges, Minor Watson, and Charles Ampt. The film was released on March 27, 1941 by Republic Pictures. A sequel followed it, Mr. District Attorney in the Carter case later in the year, with different actors in the leading roles. A well-connected and well-educated young lawyer, Pete Cadwallader Jones, gets an appointment as deputy district attorney through the influence of his uncle. After embarrassing his superior in court, he is punished by being assigned a seemingly unsolvable cold case concerning a notorious embezzler who has been missing for 4 years. However, with the assistance of a streetwise young female journalist, he soon begins making inroads into the mystery. And then we go to the IMDb page, Mr. District Attorney, 1941. Now we're on the correct, sorry for the mix-up. Here we go. Okay, gets a 6.3 out of 10, pretty decent. Only 247 ratings. 1 hour and 9 minutes, this one. So this is the version that I saw. Rookie Deputy DA Pete Caldwell Jones and hotshot reporter Terry Parker team up to track down an elusive criminal named Hyde, played by Peter Lorre. There's also a coroner in here. Coroner's messenger is played by Vince Barnett. So we've got Peter Lorre and Vince Barnett in this one. Here's a featured review. This time on the correct movie. This one's by Tea Garden 1256, dated December 5th, 2021, just four years ago. 4 years and 1 day. This is a more flattering review. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. This reviewer's doubling my rating, giving it an 8 out of 10. Mr. District Attorney 1941 is a particularly well-produced Republic picture, coming as it does from studio, better known for its quickie westerns and B-picture programmers. It is extremely well staged and paced by British-born director William Morgan, who had begun his film career as a film editor. His previous experience shows the script was co-written by Carl Brown, one of the few cinematographers ever to leave the camera behind To become a successful screenwriter, Carl had begun as a teenage camera operator working for D.W. Griffith in the silent days. This film is a typical screwball comedy with an improbable crime plot, a genre popular back then, and it features Dennis O'Keefe as the uptight Harvard lawyer and Florence Rice as the wisecracking girl reporter. They are not quite up to the dazzle of a Cary Grant and a Roz Russell, but they are both attractive and perfectly acceptable. Republic must have spent a good deal of money surrounding them with some of the ablest character actors in town, faces all of us recognize, even if we can't name them among them. Minor Watson, Stanley Ridges, Charles Halton, Vince Barnett, and for a flash, Dave Wilcox, Peter Lorre, who must have cost Republic a pretty penny to borrow from Warner Brothers, is his usual evil self. Of all the fine cast, the ever dependable Charles Arndt is the most memorable as the little sucker who falls for the no day good dame. As was so often the case, director Morgan went on from picture to picture and as a editor from TV series to series, rarely ever getting a chance to show his comic talents as a director again. Too bad. All right, more like this. Mr. District Attorney, 1947. Then we've got Scene of the Crime, Eyewitness, and the Crystal Ball. Dennis O'Keefe also stars in an unrelated film with the same title, Mr. District Attorney, 1947. That's why I got confused with this 1941 movie, because I thought it was actually the 1947 movie. District Attorney Tom F. Winton. Don't you know that sending Jones after Barrett would be like sending a rabbit after a wolf? This was followed by the sequel, Mr. District Attorney in the Carter Case, 1941. Release date, March 24th, 1941, United States. Country of origin, United States. Language, English, also known as Mr. Hyde Desaparents. Filming locations, Republic Studios, Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, USA. That's their studio lot. And then we've got a production company, also Republic Pictures. Runtime, 1 hour, 9 minutes. Good timing, 69 minutes. Color, black and white, and aspect ratio, 1.37 to 1. Now, there is a Step and Fetch It clone in this one. I got a kick out of that. And Peter Lorre has a few scenes, but not enough scenes. So I'm going with a 2 out of 5 for this one. I thought it was pretty boring, dull, and I'm not into screwball comedies from this time period. Let's see if I can fix the... So this is 1941. We've got Peter Lorre and... Vince Barnett. I was wondering why Angelo Mengiu was not in this. It's because I had it mixed up, and I had the 1941 movie mixed up with the 1947 movie. So we got all the names and the date fixed. on here. Let's go down my list. I'm not recommending this one. I'll skip it. It's not a horrible flick. There are some bright spots with a couple of actors, namely the Stepin Fetchit clone and Peter Lorre. But those scenes are too few and far between. Otherwise, a very dull and unfunny movie from 1941. All right, going down my list, I got Lolita, 1962, at number one. Number two is Defeating the Devil, Exorcists Tell Their Story, 2014, followed by number three, Treasure of Monte Cristo, 1949. So those are the next three coming down the pike. Thanks for checking out my channel, the post Thanksgiving edition. Sorry I couldn't finish this last night. I was having trouble finding the $5 per pound Nashville hot chicken tenders at Safeway. I had to go to 3 Safeways. I should have just skipped the other two, and I should have gone to the more reliable one in Richmond District. They're constantly making chicken on Fridays, unlike the other two stores in Outer Sunset. Lesson learned. I was dead tired. I just wanted to crash and go to bed when I got home last night. So sorry it's taking me so long to go through my list, but we'll try to pick up steam today with Lolita, 1962. I'll try to get that one under my belt after I take a little nappy poo here later.